from Woodlands Church in Allestree. Welcome to the Advent craft you didn't expect. I hope you have completed your crafts 1, 2 and 3. Have you got everything ready? Let's go! Are you ready to open craft 4? Here is Susan to tell you what to do and about what happened next that very first Christmas.
Thanks, Abby. Let's get started. Week number 4. So, we've heard about God's son Jesus being born in a stable, and the angels told shepherds the good news that God's rescuer had come. So let's find out what happens next. So here we go. Let's find out what we've got in here. So we have got black card, wool, lollipop sticks, sparkly strips, sparkly stickers, some more wool and some hooks. Oh, I think we've got enough here for 2 crafts. Our first craft, take your black card and you'll need your string. Now if you can get a pair of scissors, because we'll need to use scissors and some sellotape. First of all, we're going to make a star. Now, I don't know if this is in shot, but here we go. This is what we're going to make first. So we're going to cut out our black circle, and then we're going to do something fancy with the wool to turn it into a star. So, scissors, remember to use them safely, and cut out the black star. Now, while we're cutting it out, what is a star got to do with Christmas? So the star, a long time ago, there we go, was put in the sky. See this, the little lines on the circle? We're going to cut them all the way around. Yeah, so back to our story. The star was put in the sky by God. And this star, it was a special star. The point of the star was that it guided some people who were like wise men to where Jesus was. Far away, there were some wise men who saw this star, and they knew that this star they were going to make was a sign that there was a special baby that had been born. And then they got some things together and they went and they followed and looked for this star to find that special baby boy that we've been learning about. Now, how are you going to make the star? Get a roll, take your black piece of card, and then maybe just hold it down with one finger in the middle, and then in the little slots, there we go, I'll turn it round. Can you see, go to the opposite slot, wrap it round a couple of times, and then go to the next one. See what we're doing? Wrap it round a couple of times, and then let's go to our next one. Oh, I'm getting on a angle here. There we go. Straight down, wrap it round a couple of times. Is that working? Is that beginning to look like a star? I think so. Let's go with this one. Find a slot, pop it in, wrap it round a couple of times. Are we nearly there? How many more slots? Oh, look. I've done a random slot. Can't have that. Let's pop it over. That better? Yeah, that's better. And then you can just keep using up your wool. Let's go for that. So just wind it all the way around, and hopefully it will end up looking like this. Oh, that's not bad. I think I'll take that. Right, and then you will have your sellotape. Now I've cut some bits, so we can just stick a bit of sticky tape over the back, and then there we go, we have our star. So let me I might just leave that little bit of thread, because at the end we need to make a little hook for it. Now, make it a little bit more fancy. You might have in your pack some sparkly stars. So let's some on. Make it look a bit more fancy. I might just pop one in every little wedge. There we go. Some purples and reds. Get the idea? Hopefully yours will look a lot better than mine. Brilliant, there we go. Now if you've got a little bit left over, you can either snip a little bit off or do what I've done and just keep it attached. Make it into a little loop, and then with another bit of sellotape, just stick it on, and look at that. Oh, that bit's hanging down, I don't like that. Let me just snip that. Make it nice and neat. There we go, what do you think? Okay, so now we've got our star. We talked about these wise men that followed that star. So let's add to our lovely coat hanger our wise men. So the rest of the things in our pack, that is what we're going to do. So we need some lolly sticks. Now, I have enough to make 3, but I might just make 1 just to show you how it's done. Right, let's get all my little bits and bobs. Oh, lots of sparkly things here. Now, these wise men, they knew that this star meant something very important, that a special king had been born. So over many days, they followed this star to try and find this king. So when they were going, they packed up some things as gifts, because that's what you do when a baby's born. And I don't know, some of you might know what the 3 gifts were that they took. See if you can have a little think. So there was myrrh, there was gold, and the big long tricky one, frankincense. Well done for those that remembered those. Right, so take your lolly stick. This is our wise man. And in your little pack, see if you can find a little sticky that looks like a crown. If you open up your pack. Oh, you might find some funny other sticky things. We'll find out what they are. Right, choose a colour. I'm going to go for the red one. Matches my sparkly top. Right, so there we go. Here's our wise man. Let's stick on, peel off the back, and stick on our crown. Look at that. He's looking like a wise man already. There we go. And then what every wise man also needs is a very fashionable beard. There we go. So let's peel off the back. Oh, mine doesn't want to be peeled off. Let's keep going. Oh, there it goes. Here we are. Right, I'll put that there. There we go. Now, if you're at home, you will have some pens handy as well. So you'll need to draw on a little face, or some eyes or a nose. There we go. You can even draw a little mouth in the beard. So there's his face, looking lovely. Now he's looking rather bare. He's rather bare. So let's give him some fancy schmancy clothing. There we go. I've got a lovely purple one here. I'm hoping this has got a back that peels off. Yes, it does. There we go. And let's just stick that on. There we go, look at that. Now you've got lots of sparkly things. You could even add some of these on to decorate. Let me give them some lovely gold buttons. Down this lovely purple robe. There we go. There we go, think that's looking like a wise man. Let's just check these ones that are hanging. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh, what's missing? We need to hang it, don't we? So you should have some thread or some wool. Just let me take a piece and double it over. And then on the back, a piece of sellotape, just stick it on. And there we go, is our wise man ready to hang. So this is our star that the wise men were following, and it landed, or it didn't land, it ended up above the stable where Jesus was. And so these wise men went to visit this baby boy thinking with their gifts, they were coming to see a king. Instead, they found this little baby boy. And if you can remember who his mum was, I think we did one of those crafts. It was Mary, and there was Joseph. And I don't think that was quite what they were expecting. I think they were expecting a kingly son, but they had this little baby boy belonging to Mary and Joseph. Here's a pen. Let me just add those eyes in. There we go. It's looking more like a king now. There we go. Yeah. So this king was expecting to visit another king, but instead he got this baby. But the reason that the king and the shepherds and Mary had to come and see this baby was because the angels had foretold that this baby was going to be a saviour, a mighty king, a very special person. So this baby didn't stay a baby, it grew up, it became a boy and then it became a man. And when this baby grew up to be a man, he did the most wonderful thing. He taught us all how we can be friends with God. And he did that with an amazing rescue plan. I don't know if you remember when the angel came, right on week 1, when the angel came, and the angel told Mary that she's going to have this baby. And I remember, I think, Susie talked about that we do things that are wrong. And so this amazing rescue plan was that Jesus, he took all that punishment. So when we do things wrong, we can just say sorry, and we don't have to face any of the consequences, because Jesus, when he was a man, went to the cross and he died, and he took all the punishment and all the consequences and all the blame for all the rubbish things, all the bad things that we do. And that means that when we say sorry, we can be friends with God. So this little baby that the star led these wise men to did the most amazing thing when he became a man. A great rescue plan that means we can be friends with God. So let's put our wise man on our little green hook. Now you can then put it on your hanger if you have one. If not, you can hang it on your tree. Let me put my star up as well. I don't know if you can. We'll try and keep it that side. That's amazing. There. Oh, let's turn that one round. It's not very happy. It's camera shy. There we go. So I hope you have enjoyed making your characters from the nativity scene or the star, and you will enjoy looking at them from your hanger or on your tree, and you can remember all the wonderful things we talked about this very special baby that was born all those years ago. What do you think, Abby?
Wow, that looks amazing. Thank you, Susan, for telling us all about what happened to Jesus when he grew up. Now, put your craft somewhere for all to see. You can tell everybody about the star God put in the sky, about the kings who followed it until they found Jesus, King of the world. If you want to learn more about Jesus and about God's love for us, please listen to our online Christmas services. Why don't you get in touch? We would love to hear from you. Why don't you email us some pictures of your Christmas crafts? Have a wonderful Christmas.